Alright folks, we are back. I'm definitely going to make this quick. I will say, I think for Sunday what I'm going to try and do is create an event early on in the day so that you guys know when the stream is scheduled, and I can just kind of click into the stream existing. So I'm gonna test that out on Sunday. But yeah, let's just get started on TikTok. And then there is one special thing that I think is happening today. So I want to do that on TikTok as well. So hang on one second. Okay, TikTok looks good. Let's go live on TikTok. Yes, TikTok. Hello, what's up? All right. So yeah, before we actually play any Warframe, we are obviously doing a tier list, as it says in the video. So yeah, TikTok looks good. I think that's everything we need to see. So we can tab over. Yes. Okay. Perfect. All right. So guys, obviously we have the. I'm gonna do this just to add a little bit of space. Move this guy over. Guess what? We did primary weapons very early on, a couple weeks ago. We did secondary weapons. So now we are talking about melee weapons, but we're talking about them in a different way. So before we get into it, I will say be sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know, if you're watching the video after the fact, then well, I guess the video coming out. Friday is going to be, oh god, do I even know? Is it Tower Climb? I think Tower Climb is coming out on Friday. And then on Monday is Sigma Impact, I think. And then that's like the second to last week of 2D roguelikes. So after that point, we're almost done here. So yeah, you can call them side scrollers, whatever. I think that's pretty much it. I guess Sunday obviously is going to be Deviri Day. So that's all Deviri all day long. So it's going to be a big one. I gotta love it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right into it, folks. Let's throw down the intro signal. So today, obviously shout out TikTok. Today we are talking about melee weapon types. And so I'm pretty sure I've gotten all of them. I want to make sure. So, you know, if we get any commenters in the chat, I want to say if you're commenting after the fact, rip. But if you're commenting in real time, then I will see you. But let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to note these three guys, Glaives, Zaws, and Gunblades, will not be part of this list. Glaives are an AoE projectile, so they're basically a primary weapon. And Gunblades are cool, but they have more niche situational uses than they do actual use in real gameplay, so I'm not really going to rank them. They're too weird. And also the heavy scythe. Half of the heavy scythes in the game are just gunblades. And when we also talk about Warfans, like I should almost put an asterisk in front of this guy, and I should put an asterisk in front of this guy. And almost a little, like a different asterisk in front of Nikanas, but that's a little bit different. I think that those are the main ones. Yeah, these guys have some funkiness. They are weird. Yes, okay, I think that's all of them. Anyway, let's get right into it, folks. We have 23 weapons, or 23 weapon types, which is exactly the same as the secondaries. Very weird. But yeah, let's just talk about it. Number one, obviously by far, you guys should know this. Two-handed Nikanas, that's an easy choice. Way too easy choice. Nothing really you should be worrying about in that situation. The heavy attack is by far the best heavy attack in the game. It's like a big, wide area. Guaranteed slash procs. I mean, what's not to love? In second place, I would say Polearm. I think Polearm is going to be second place for me. That's an absolute classic. And here's the thing. We're not really going to talk about the builds for any of these weapons. We're kind of just going to go in and play some gameplay. Like we're going to try out some of these weapons in the Elite Sanctuary Onslaught just to try it out. So that's Polearm. Definitely number two. Polearm, the forward combo and the standing combo is going to be the same kind of continuous multi-hit combo. It's very useful, especially if you try to build for slash, which is something that I always do. This is where it starts to get weird. Literally, everything after the top two is like confusing me already. I would say heavy blades just because there's a billion of them and they're really cool and flashy, but they're also very slow. And the stance that I always favor, which is Temple Royale, which doesn't have kind of like a failure state like the other one, which is Cleaving Whirlwind, has this like failure state in the animation, so it's just annoying and it messes with your simplicity. So I favor Temple Royale, but the standing combo has a increased impact chance, so that kind of sucks. So that's kind of a trade-off that you get. But yeah, let's see. I think, yeah, Heavy Blade number 3. Yeah, Heavy Scythe has a big asterisk because, like, one of them is literally just a gun blade, but I do like the Hespar. The Hespar is pretty good. But I would say, honestly, I think the Nikana is better. The Nikana has a really good heavy attack, and it has a really good actual combo, so it's good to build for both. It really does work. I love the Nikana, super classic. Obviously, it's a katana, so you feel like a absolute ninja badass. Yes, I think this is a good time for the Heavy Scythe and the Warfan, maybe. Yeah, I think we're getting into some normal, just classic weapons. Yeah. So obviously, you know, maybe you don't know the weapons in this category, but I would say that the weapons in the category are as much a reflection of the category as the stances and all that stuff. So, like, you know, when we talk about hammers are all going to be impact, so they're just going to be shitty right off the bat. But this is where it gets interesting. Here's what I say. Dual Nikana, way too sick, brand new. There's only one weapon. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think I have to put Dual Nikana up there just because it's cool as fuck, and it does have a pretty cool heavy attack. I don't know how useful it is. I think I am forgetting Whip. Most of the whips have slash damage, which is pretty good, and you have like the Atarax and the Oh, yo, Bert is in chat. I almost didn't see your comment, Bert. You know, whip. You have some really cool whips. You know, I'm trying to favor weapons that have longer reach, but like the Warfan doesn't really have a long reach. I would say Blade and Whip is pretty cool. It's weird though. Like, it's kind of hard to play. It's a little annoying to play. Yeah, like we're already at a kind of an impasse, dude. So, Bert, this is my melee weapon tier list. So what I've done is I've listed out all the different types of weapons based on the weapon type. You know, that's a kind of a redundant statement, but you know, we have like a normal katana, and then we have a katana, like a big Odachi style katana. So it's stuff like that. You know, we have whips, and we have two katanas, like kind of like a there's a term for it. A daisho, which is a great or like big and little, like it's kind of like a dual sword, like the standard. If you're gonna wield two swords in Japan, that's how you do it. You have a short one and a long one. Anyway, yeah, don't worry about it, Bert. We'll get into it in the gameplay. It'll be pretty quick. Anyway, let's see. What are we doing? I think we should just move on. Sword. Interesting. Ooh, I mean, we're already at a kind of an impasse. Like, we're running out of... See, the thing about the staff is that it only has, like, one weapon that deals slash damage. Like, the Tipado is, like, kind of the only one that actually deals slash damage. So, that kind of sucks right off the bat. I would say swords are pretty cool. There's a lot of really good swords. Like, most of the swords in the game are really good. And then this is a situation where you're, like, already into weapons that are mainly just used for heavy attacks. Machetes are pretty good. Yes, dude. Yeah, like Nikana. They call it Nikana, but it's just a katana. And then they have the two-handed Nikana. By far the best. It's like an actual just Odachi. It's so sick. But yeah, I would say almost like you put Dagger, Machete, Rapier kind of all in this range. Because most of them are pretty good. Oh, probably Dual Sword up at the top too. I think Dual Swords are usually pretty strong. And like Dual Dagger, there are not a lot of Dual Daggers. There's literally just two for me to use. But yeah, I think we put Dagger right here. Most of the daggers are pretty insanely strong, and then oh my god, this is a news. I'm gonna put Machete above Rapier, and then I'm gonna put Dual. Although there's a lot of good. Well, I'm trying to think about the Tonfas. I guess there's a lot of good slash Tonfas. So like Tonfa needs to go on here somewhere because Tonfa also has a really good heavy attack. I think we move Machete down here, or we move both of these guys down. There you go. And then we put Tonfa above this guy. I still think Dagger is pretty good, but actually maybe Tonfa is better than Dagger. Here, let's do this. Because Tonfa is like, there's a lot of slash Tonfas, so you're going to actually be able to build for like slash on the normal attack and slash on the heavy attack. Yeah, there just aren't a lot of dual daggers. They do have the special Archon mod, which is pretty sick. But yeah, I think we can put dual daggers. I do love the heavy attack builds, although they are pretty weird. Yeah, and then like, this is a hard list. I have to put hammer and staff pretty low. Most of them kind of suck, honestly. Scythe, most scythes are slash weapons, so that's obviously a good point. Blade and whip, nunchaku, like most of these guys don't really have a lot of weapons. They're a little weird. Yo, Bert, absolute shout out. All good. Blade and whip, easy choice right there. Blade and whip has a increased slash chance on the standing combo, which is pretty sick. And then I guess we put claw here because these are all slash weapons. You're noticing that I'm heavily favoring slash weapons. I'm really thinking about like, yeah, most of the Tonfas actually are slash weapons, so you know, except for like the Oma, I think, honestly. Yeah, like fist, sparring, nunchaku, like all these guys are just straight up impact damage. Yeah, take care, Bert. Peace out. Straight up impact. I would say nunchaku, interesting choice. I think we're gonna put it right here. I think they might suffer a little bit. I was playing them a little bit in Deviri, and they kind of, they were definitely suffering. So you know, could use a little work, but yeah. Oh, I think it is an interest. Yeah, like most of these guys, you can kind of just slot in wherever. I will say I'll put these guys right here. Yeah, and then I would just say that fist and sparring, just because they have such short range, and most of them are going to be impact damage, they just suffer a lot. So I would say that's the full list. So, you know, way at the top, here's what I would say. Literally just go with two-handed Nikanas. Nothing else. Like, just do a heavy attack build with two-handed Nikanas, or obviously glaives, or like, you know, Zaws have access to Exodia Contagion, which is like a huge AoE, works really well. But yeah, like two-handed Nikana, I would say you're pretty much fine. There's about 1 billion of them, so yeah. So let's test it. We're gonna obviously make this tiny. All right, and now I think there's something special happening today for me in Warframe. I don't think this thing is going to dox me too hard. I think it's just going to show part of my email, so we'll do that. But yeah, we need to get into some actual gameplay, and we'll see when people join. But for now, I'm going to see if I can demo the top 10 weapons. So yeah, I would say the top 10 weapons are pretty solid. I think that's a good list. Obviously, I'm a Nikana stan and a dual Nikana stan, so that's what you love to see. All right, anyway, folks. Yeah, that's part of my email, at least. Anyway, I think today, this login day is a special day, and I actually nailed it. Yes, I nailed it. There you go, folks. Take a look at that. Oh, what is that number? 1,800 days. Oh, 3 Forma for 1,800 days. Whoa, how nice. How wonderful. I mean, there you go. Eat it up. I'm closer to 2,000 than I thought I would get. Anyway. All right, folks. Oh, there's a little kitty cat in the doorway. Anyway. I think we're just doing normal gameplay. Yeah, I can kind of just use whatever weapon I want, but guess what? We're testing out the top 10 melee weapon types, and we're gonna do this as quick as we can. Here's what I would say. I could do it on the steel path. I don't really want to. I kind of just feel like going into ESO for one zone and then doing it over again. Okay, so what's the lowest usage two-handed Nikana? I think it's the Azathane. Yes. Okay, cool. And we're obviously using Bronco, and we're using Mag. Okay, so let's go in. Let's go right in. All right. Gonna be too easy. So yeah, this is two-handed Nikanas. Just a quick test, just to kind of show off how the weapon works. You can kind of watch it and get a good feel for it. So we're just going into solo ESO. We're gonna kind of just mess around, goof around a bit. Maybe we even go into normal Sanctuary Onslaught, because I think this map sucks. I think this map is ass. I'm not positive. Anyway, let's keep the melee weapon out permanently, and let's just rock. Dude, Preston offered, shared the live. Absolute shout out. And Wolf's in the chat. Anyway, look at this gameplay, folks. This is the two-handed Nikana gameplay. It's literally just spam heavy attack. You can see guaranteed slash proc. Way too easy. Just way too easy. And you just kind of roll around, just keep moving. High speeds. Where you get that orbiter, that's the Zephyr Deluxe. I think the Zephyr Deluxe is like really expensive, but it has like a new orbiter and a new theme that I also really like. Like this, and it also has an operator skin. Like it's only for the child. You can't use it on the man yet, but they said they were gonna put it on the man, but I have yet to see it. But anyway, you guys are seeing the gameplay. I'm gonna lose all my shields and die or not. But anyway, folks, this is what's not to love. You just kind of roll around. Massive heavy attack gameplay. That's it. Pretty much it. You get in range, and then everything dies. And obviously, you're building kind of for range and shit like that. Maybe I could look at a heavy attack or a build to kind of show it off. Maybe I could do that. All right. Well, there's a couple different polearm builds that we could show off, so maybe I think so. I form my Volt. Want to help level it up? Yes, Wolf. Absolutely. Here's the thing, guys. I think I'm going to talk about modding melee weapons in a different episode, and I can kind of show off some of these different weapons. Like for the two-handed Nikanas, that's a great example of like a pure heavy attack build where it's literally just killing blow, amalgam organ shatter. Like you're rocking maximum heavy attack speed. You're obviously the only worthwhile element of a good heavy attack is having that guaranteed slash proc, so that's all you're looking for. And of course, the two-handed Nikana just has the most savage range, so you know, it's a big boy with some big slash procs, so really, folks, what's not to love? Absolutely, what's not to love? And here's the thing, I feel like if I put that tier list in the wrong place, it's going to cover up my gameplay, so I don't know. Oh, here's I have an idea. I think I can do this and then put it down here and still see most of my list. Okay, there you go. Easy choice, folks. Simple gameplay. But yeah, folks, to say that two-handed Nikana is a difficult weapon would be an absolute lie. It's just get close enough and then everything goes bye-bye. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's get Wild Wolf in chat. Wild Wolf, where are you, my man? We'll get you in leveling Volt, but we're doing it one zone at a time because I have to show off all these weapons. Oh my god, Wild Wolf has maxed Umbral Intensify. That is just savagery. That is just brutal hours. Yes, Wild Wolf. We're going to get you in the gameplay. But yeah, like I said, we're going one zone at a time. We might have time for 2 zones, but we could probably show off a lot of weapons if we only did it one zone at a time. This is going pretty fast, but we'll see. I mean, this is pretty much the gameplay. I swap a weapon. We'll swap as fast as I can. 18k endo remains. Yes. I mean, absolute shout out. All right, we got some polearms. Polearm is an easy choice. That's the Idun. That's the... I still have to rank that up myself, so let's scroll down to the Idun. Where is that bad boy? Where is he? There he is. Okay, sweet. Let's get into it. Okay, Wild Wolf. We got to be quick about this. We got some viewers now. Oh, I'm playing solo. Okay, here we go. So if Wild Wolf is leveling Volt, then that means he needs normal Sanctuary Onslaught. So that's actually pretty good for me. Let's see what you got, my friend. Oh, I need to probably swap Mag as well. Let's see who we get. Swapping Mag for... Oh, I'm not that far. Hildren. Okay, interesting choice. All right, Wild Wolf. I'm waiting on you, Wolf. Heavy Blades, Nikana, Heavy Scythe. All right, there he is. Let's go in. Fast as a whistle. Into Sanctuary Onslaught. Come on, man. Let's do it. All right, we're just going to go right in. Yeah, I mean, as expected. There's a big bump on YouTube, but, you know, we're already done with it. All right, this is number 2. Number 2 on the list, Polearms with the Idun. The Idun is a great example where it has a cool heavy attack. You throw the spear, and it explodes, but guess what? It's still slow. Oh, I almost jumped in before Wild Wolf could jump in, so let's just chill out. Oh, that's the Jamaica internet. Yes. Yes, Wild Wolf. So as you can see, No matter how I'm moving, I'm always doing the same combo. It's just left, right, left, right, left, right, just fast as fuck. That's it. That's the whole Warframe gameplay. So obviously this guy has also a nice heavy attack where it explodes, but I also have Amalgam Organ Chatter, which makes it a little bit faster, so it's kind of useful, but, you know, have faith, my friends. Yeah, we got the full drop-off on YouTube. Anyway, come on, Wild Wolf. Is Wild Wolf still in the gameplay? Did he drop out of the squad? No, he's here. Where is Wild Wolf? He's not even in the gameplay. Come on, Wild. What is it? Oh my god, dude. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Okay, let's see what Wild Wolf is saying. It's my laptop, not the net. Yes, okay, okay. I see you now, Wild Wolf. Yeah, your laptop, dude. Absolute dog shit. Absolute dog water. There he is. He's arrived. Wild Wolf is here. Wild Wolf, the loading times are gonna kill you. This is gonna take me just insane amounts of time. Look at this. Oh, dropped. Dropped. Ooh. Come on, man. Alright, Wild Wolf's out. I think that's an official Wild Wolf is out. Couldn't even load into normal Sanctuary Onslaught. Sanctuary Onslaught is kind of like a loading screen nightmare, so maybe for Wild Wolf that's a little too rough. I don't know. We could do like a you're not really going to level anywhere good. You could go to like the Fortuna or something, or you could go to Demos, but I don't know. Serious Gabby, we could go for 5 minutes. Yeah, let's do it. 5 minutes each. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's doable. All right. All right, let's get you in then. Should we go to a higher level, or I guess it doesn't matter? I guess that's where you're going to get Oricon cells. Oh, dude. Is the Strun Prime good? Yeah, the Strun Incarnon is definitely S tier, or meta. Yeah, the Strun Incarnon, you know, it's an AoE. I think it has like 6 meters on the range. Yeah, it's pretty fucking criminal. We could look at it while we wait. While we wait for good old Wild Wolf boy. Let's see. Strun Prime, Strun Incarnon. AoE of 4 meters, so it's okay, but you know, you're rocking a Blaze plus Incendiary Coat combo, so it's pretty decent, I would say. I think it's worth it. And it's a shotgun, so like, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. It's a shotgun, so if the enemies are high enough level, you're going to build up all of your Incarnon with one headshot, but if they're too low a level, then it's going to take you 40 headshots to build up the Incarnon, because you're only one pellet is going to kill them with a headshot, and you're going to get one charge from it, and it's just absolute dog shit. So Wild Wolf is just killing me right now. The Incarnon, oh, the Incarnon, dude. Well, that's like a Steel Path Circuits thing, and you unlock this alt fire, which turns it into an AoE weapon. Dude, Wolf is like just chugging through. He's literally running on Thomas right now. Just keep swimming, like his computer is just like the fucking fan in the computer. All right, Wild Wolf, I'm sorry, this is too long to wait. The folks need gameplay. Do I have to do the new war to get Steel Path? To get to the Steel Path, you have to have completed every mission on the star chart, I think. Yeah, Wild Wolf, I'm sorry, it's too slow. Too slow. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yes. We'll see where Wild Wolf can fit in. Okay, we'll figure you out, bud. Okay, but guess what, folks? Should we just go into normal Sanctuary Onslaught? No, I don't think it's going to spawn enough enemies. We do need Elite. What am I trying to say? What was I trying to say? Well, probably nothing, honestly. Anyway, let's just get right into it. Folks, we're talking about Polearms. These guys are number 2 on the list for a reason, okay? We kind of had a little bit of a hiccup there. But I believe in you, Wolf, okay? I believe in maybe you saving up enough to get a better PC. I'm with you in the not having a lot of money space, so there you go, folks. We can handle it. Here, I believe in myself. But yes, you can see the polearm gameplay. You can see why it is number 2, absolute king. Honestly, like for me, like the 1 and 2 slots are like for me the real choices that you should just go for no matter what. Don't even think about it. Just always have them. Always have a 2-handed Nikana. Always have a thing. Yeah. So Shimmering Blight and the other stance both have the same standing combo and forward combo. So you're pretty much the same stance, I think, but I think you're gonna be fine. So it's just the flying combo that's a little bit different, but honestly it does not matter, dude. It doesn't matter. Okay. And so this is why polearms are number 2, because you know you're in a relic run, you're in a survival. Okay, as long as you have a polearm that deals slash damage, and it's like for the most part you can build a lot of polearms to deal slash damage. So like the Korum and the Idun, which is a new one. Like Idun you could probably get pretty early, and then as long as you have Karnus Mandible, then guess what? It's better as a slash polearm than it is as a cool heavy attack weapon. Like yes, the heavy attack is cool, and we did talk about it, but I can't for some reason get it to stick. I guess it has to stick to a wall or something. It cannot stick to the ground, or maybe I have to do it in the air. No. Here, can I do it like this? No. So I have to do it on the ground. Embarrassing. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god, what the hell? Wait, did that work? Did that trigger it? Wait, did I see that right? Hang on, watch this. I don't think that worked the way I thought it did. Oh, it did. Okay, very cool. Anyway, folks, we're getting distracted. You need Guandao Prime. Yeah, Guandao Prime. That is a great choice. Guandao Prime is like easily close to 100% crit chance, and then it has insane slash capability. So like Guandao Prime, one of the best choices for the number 2 slot, which is polearm. So great take by Wild Wolf, as always. That's what I expect from you at this point, Wild Wolf. I mean, come on, man. But yeah, polearms, too simple. And then obviously it's really easy to incorporate slide attacks, which are going to deal a little bit more damage. But yeah, you're just fishing for slash procs, you know, C+, nice. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Fishing for slash procs. A lot of the weapons, you know, and then guess what? There's also weapons like the Legion and weapons like the Kesheg that you don't really build for crit chance, but they still deal pretty decent damage, and they got some slash on them, so you can still make it work for sure. I have a weird Legion Riven, so my Legion is pretty special to me, so I think it's also a Toxin Cold Riven, so shout out any Toxin Cold Riven users out there, where it's only Toxin Cold though. That's my gatekeeping right there. Anyway, folks, I think we're good. Does Sevagoth still go crazy with slash? Go crazy in a good way or bad way? The Blazed Raider. I'm curious. Like, I don't know. I might know what you're talking about, but I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think. What? Maybe his what is his called? Ghost or Shadow? His Shadow, Sevagoth Shadow. Yeah, I mean it does have pretty decent slash damage. I think that's how I built it, but yeah. So that's number 2 on the list. Polearms. Number 3 on the list is Heavy Blades, and I think the lowest rank Heavy Blade is going to be the Vitrica. Yeah, like I didn't even put the Ghoul Saw on there. The Ghoul Saw is literally like a fucking gimmick weapon. It's one of one. They created an entire stance just because people wouldn't stop fucking asking for the Ghoul Saw. So I guess we're using the Vitrica. Like the Vitrica, yeah, the Shadow has pretty crazy slash damage. Yeah, I think so. Vitrica is the funkiest weapon. It's also the slowest heavy blade, so you're really going to get a good feel for like a weapon that you not only have to have a Riven for just to build it for slash, which is like something that I always do with these weapons. Yeah, Ghoul Saw Riven is pretty crucial. I think my Ghoul Saw Riven is like it's like damage and slash, so it's just a criminal fucking Riven, and so it gets you some crazy numbers. But what's not to love? This is Heavy Blades number 3, and this is also the Vitrica, which is the slowest heavy blade in the game, at least from what I can tell. But you can see the forward combo is pretty fast, and the standing combo is still pretty fast. So even with the Vitrica, which is what I would consider to be as a normal attack, like a weapon that uses the normal attack, is pretty slow, I still think it comes in pretty clutch, all things considered. Obviously these guys are going to die in one hit because the Vitrica does deal like just absurd amounts of damage. So it's a pretty good trade-off. And the Vitrica has a really nice, like, funky effect. I think if you go like this, you can glass enemies. Here, if I do it right. Come on. Okay, there's a big group. Let's see if we can glass them. There we go. So we glass them, and they kind of freeze, and then you do this, and they all die instantly. So there you go. I don't know how effective it is at higher levels, but it's definitely cool to use in this gameplay. Oh, he's deleting me for a zillion. Oh, look at this. Look at this. They're just deleting me. So we're going to pop that. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So I guess doing the glass, actually pretty effective. So we're going to do that. Glass him up. And then hit him. Oh, kind of embarrassing. And then hit him with that. So yeah, here's the thing. Like, there's a lot of heavy blades. There are a lot of heavy blades. Good luck on your stream. Do your best, dude. Bochan, absolute shout out. Bochan, are you saying Gamoro right now? I don't want to assume your race right now, but I mean that just warms my heart, dude. Right now we are on number 3, so we have it's 7:30. I mean, we could easily get through the top 10 melee classes in the game, and then there's a pretty comprehensive list for you guys to test out. Obviously, Dual Nikana is the biggest gimmick on that entire list. Shout out St. Robinson. Absolute shout out. And this is the thing. I'm trying to think through. Like, I think what's going to happen is, like, the rest of the videos from now on are probably going to be more like this video, where we have, like, about 15 to 20 minutes, or maybe, like, at most, like, a half hour, where we have, like, a topic to talk about. And then what's going to happen is that the back half of the stream is all going to be me kind of showing off whatever I'm talking about. Like, so we do like a whole episode on like why CC is like the strongest ability in the game. Like why Zephyr is the strongest Warframe. Like, we can do a whole stream just talking about that and going into like, oh yeah, well, Zephyr creates this combo with blah, 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 and blah, blah. So you guys are kind of getting the feel for it, where, if you like the gameplay, then yeah, go back and check out the tier list on YouTube, where I broke down all these weapons, and now you can go to the time codes on YouTube. At least probably tomorrow at like 2 p.m. I'll have all the time codes for you guys, so you can say like, okay, here's Amar testing out number 1 on the list, or number 2, and they're all going to be in order from best to worst. So obviously, when you look at the description on YouTube, it's going to say, two-handed Nikanas at the top, and then, number 10, the last one, is going to be dual swords. So you can use that and sort by that and say, like, oh, when he's talking about number 3 heavy blades, he's part of what's so great about heavy blades is that there's a lot of slash-friendly heavy blades. There's just a lot of them, and so it becomes a very simple build. They deal a lot of damage, and even without a Riven, a lot of them are going to slap pretty hard. So I usually don't think it's something to worry about too much. I don't think it's like, like for a lot, even top 5 weapons are going to be pretty good. I will say Heavy Scythe is a little funky. Having Heavy Scythe at number 5 is kind of an interesting choice, but I do think like putting the projectile weapons up at the top just so you get them out of the way, I think that's important. But anyway, that's Heavy Blades, number 3. Number 4 on the list, Nikana. And my lowest Nikana is going to be... Oh, Ara. Okay, very good. Yeah. I mean, there you go, folks. It's a pretty simple build. Oh, this is a Zaw, but... I think it's fine to show a Zaw, but... Yeah, like... Contagion is the thing that breaks the game. Like, it deals so much damage that it just kind of breaks everything. So we're not going to really use it that much, but we're pretty much going to focus on the heavy attack and the normal attack. So yes, Katanas, Nikanas are really nice. Yes, Ghost, Phantom, Shadow, whatever I called you. It's good to see you in chat. We need to go down here to Mesa. We're not going to use any of Mesa's abilities, though. And we're actually going to use a melee weapon, so we're not even going to get a bonus for anything. So let's go into ESO with Katanas. Number 4 on the list, Nikanas. Nikana, Katana, Nikana, whatever you want to call it. And then number 5 on the list will be Heavy Scythes. And we have time to do a lot of these guys. So yeah, this is going to be really basic. I do love kind of showing this. Is there a final boss? That's an interesting question. Not really. I would say almost Warframe is kind of like an anime where they have like arcs, and then you can kind of play through the arcs as a player. So there's like an arc where you learn about this alternate character that I'll try not to spoil too much. Like there's arcs where you learn about you know, these alternate realities, and you learn about this place that you came from, but all of these arcs are like encompassed as like updates. Like at one point every quest was new, and so like kind of the whole idea is like you're kind of living through it as a player, and then at some point it's like catching up to One Piece. Like at some point you catch up to One Piece, and then it's like, oh shit, it's the Wano arc, and I'm watching like the most hyped episode in many long times. That was a horrible sentence, but one of the most hyped up episodes is about to show up. Like very soon, One Piece fans will know. We have been waiting for this moment for God knows how fucking long. Wano is the longest arc in One Piece history. It has 3 acts. It is absolutely absurd. It's so cool. It's so awesome. And they're about to conclude it. They're so close to these big reveals. Obviously that's spoiler, but you guys should know this is just the climax of the story, so clearly there's going to be shit like this. But yeah, this is kind of what Warframe's like as well. Obviously you're seeing the gameplay right now. It's kind of just heavy attack is savage, but also the normal attack is pretty savage as well. So you're just kind of rocking and rolling, not really too much to worry about. Obviously I'm fucking up real bad, but you can see there's a guaranteed slash proc. If you have to line it up. That's the issue with the heavy attack on this guy, is you do have to kind of aim it properly. You have to kind of lead your shot a little bit, but if you master it, once you kind of spam it a whole bunch, you can pretty much nail it every time. There you go. It has a pretty wide area, so it's going to be pretty fine. But yeah, like the Nikana, so the stance that I use is Decisive Judgment. Decisive Judgment is pretty sick. Oh, Blazed Raider gave a follow. Calvin Neely. I'm scrolling, haven't played Warframe in years, but I hear One Piece, so I'm here. Yes, dude. I mean, Calvin, are you caught up or what? Like, that's the ultimate question now. It's like if anyone's talking about One Piece, they're talking about, are you caught up or not? Like, were you there when it happened? Were you there when it happened? All right, I don't talk about One Piece a lot, but if I'm ever going to talk about it, now is the time, dude. This Saturday, folks, is going to be an episode upon the episodes. One of the episodes that's been hyped up. They've been putting out promotions for it. Everybody knows what it is. And then sometime in July, I think late July, is the episode we've all been waiting for. The chapter from this week was crazy. No, I don't really read One Piece. I don't know. I feel like I just don't have the attention span for it. So I'm always the one who just waits for the anime. But I see it on TikTok, so I know I've seen it a billion times on TikTok. I've had it spoiled for me over and over again. So, you know, it sucks, but I follow the people that review the chapter, so I'm caught up for the most part. I've seen all the stuff. Like, I know where they're at right now. They're talking about Marie Joie, so that's all I'll say. But absolute shout out. So that was Nikanas. Number 4 on the list. Number 5 on the list, Heavy Scythe. And I think what we're going to do is actually talk about the Hespar. We're not going to talk about the Korufel because that's literally just a gunblade, but I do love the Hespar. I'm hoping for more Heavy Scythes that are more like this. I guess we could kind of show off the build, but yeah. I do have a Riven for this guy as well, just because he does need to save a mod slot so you can build him for slash damage, so it really sucks, but he has a pretty good heavy attack, so let's get right into it, folks. I'm not going to show off the build too much. Hespar is more a weapon that I show off in another video, like I've said before. Do you have a theory what the end... At the end of the new war that the Lotus stop... Wait, do you have a theory? Entity is at the end of the new war... I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I know. Well, I don't want to get into spoiler territories, but for the unknown audiences, but I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but I think that's he's saving that for last. Oh, this guy Mesa. No, I got to get out of here. I'm Mesa again. Fuck. I messed up. I shouldn't be Mesa. I'm Mesa and I'm reviewing melee weapons. But anyway, folks. Yeah, Heavy Scythe, it's literally just the Hespar. Korufel is a gunblade. I'm just gonna say it now. The Korufel is a gunblade. It is not a Heavy Scythe. Okay, Mesa swapped for Chroma. I'm not even going to use Chroma's ability. I'm just going to use his 2.
Warframe suits you.
No, when you said this guy, I was like, bro, this is Mesa. Oh, I see what you're saying. I refer to everyone as Guy. Because oftentimes I don't even think about it. Dude, my mom just followed me? Holy shit. God damn. I didn't know mom was in the chat. Holy hell. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's worthless. Dude, is this guy's username actually your mom? That's absolutely savage. Jesse, how did you move so fast? I have Amalgam Barrel Diffusion, so instead of using Galvanized Diffusion, which I should have used, I used Amalgam Barrel Diffusion. But yeah, absolutely savage. But yeah, this is pretty much the heavy scythe gameplay. It deals a lot of damage. It has a lot of forward momentum, so you're kind of gonna be able to like run through enemies and slash them up. So you can also get some decent sliding attacks in, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, how to love it. How to play Chroma? Don't use your 3. Yeah. Well, dude. I feel like if self-damage came back, my Chroma gameplay would be top-notch because I could get to max. I could get to max everything in like 1 second. I'd just shoot myself right in the fucking face. Just get max damage on shields and health just almost instantly. But sigh. That's mega sigh moment. Alright. Yeah, you guys are seeing it. I also say I do love the heavy attack. Heavy attack is pretty sick. I don't have range. I don't have prime reach on this guy. You can kind of build for the heavy attack. I do think it's a little weird. It's definitely not better than two-handed Nikana, but then I don't really know what is. But yeah, the heavy attack works pretty well. But I love the forward combo. It's so sick. So like building for a slash is really good. What's the end game content look like for Warframe nowadays? So for me, I would say that the real end game that I love is it's a mode called Conjunction Survival. And essentially what happens is it's like a survival mission. So you have to kill enemies to collect these charges to be at a certain percentage. And if the percentage drops too low, then you just fail the mission. But what happens is every 5 minutes you have to fight 3 separate bosses. And it's like one of the bosses will nuke you no matter what build you have. One of the bosses will drain your health or drain your life support and like cause you to fail the missions. And it's also annoying as fuck and I hate it. And I just want it to die every time I see it. And the last one is an Acolyte, and the Acolyte gives you like some bonus. And that all exists on the Steel Path. So that's like this, it's literally just Warframe hard mode. So every mission is plus 100 levels. They have like 300% armor. They have 300% shields. They have 300% health. So pretty savage. Let's see what these guys are saying. The real endgame is Fashion Frame. Dude, Diego knows. Diego, you can't just like say that out loud though. Like I hate to say it, bro, but like if you spoil that right away, then you're saying like, damn, you're saying to get to endgame, this game is pay to win. I hate to say it, folks. If Fashion Frame is the real endgame, then this game is really pay to win. Yeah, dude, Wolf's Volt Fashion is absolutely insane. What are you farming right now? Dylan Too Real. I am not farming anything. Right now I am showing off the top 20 or I'm showing off at least the top 10 melee types in the game. So I just finished the 5th one on the list. Number 5 was Heavy Scythes. That was the Hespar. I've been wanting to play recently, but waiting for cross progression. Oh my god, Calvin Neely, you and me both. But first they need to do cross trade, and then I think cross progression is coming up on the list. Glaive on top, yeah. Glaive was so good I didn't even put it on the list because it's essentially a primary weapon. Like Glaive is a thrown AoE weapon. Guaranteed AoE, usually like 7 meters at least. Insane damage output. One of the most criminal things. What's your go-to for farming plat? Oh, that's an interesting question. I would say there's a lot of new arcanes. Like a lot of the Zeramin arcanes are pretty good. A lot of the there's a couple. There's at least one of the mirror defense arcanes that's pretty good that people like to buy. So yeah, I would say those two are probably my go-to picks. Yeah, arcanes are pretty decent. I have like 40 Ayatan sculptures, so that's pretty good as well. Like farming up endo and then ranking up mods. Yeah, Rivens. I think Rivens is really good. The debate about the Rivens is whether you sell them unrolled or you try to sell god rolls. Because like once you get into doing god rolls and like doing like 100 rolled Riven, to try and get like crit damage, like a perfect one, then you know.
Were you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
Oh, dude. Dylan, what is going on right now? You're the second person that's like surprised that I'm interacting with the community. Like, what the hell is going on with the community? Are these guys not talking to you? Like, what's going on? Yeah, for sure, Dylan. Go to my profile. My YouTube is right next to the follow button, so you can go there. All of my Warframe streams are going to be in the Stream VODs folder. Yeah, they're in the Stream VOD folder. I also probably have a section at the bottom for all of my games, and then Warframe is going to be a playlist in there. But yeah, I've pretty much only been streaming Warframe, so you'll see all the Stream VODs. A lot of the titles are clickbait, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good at understanding what's going on. So guess what? The Gunson is the least used, but I'm going to use the Quasis. And the reason that the Warfan has a little asterisk. What do you think about the Vertilac? I love the Vertilac. So the Vertilac is a whip, and whips are number 8 on the list, and we are doing number 6 Warfans. So we're pretty close. We're going to talk about whips in a little bit. The Vertilac is a great whip to talk about because it's pretty unique. It's another example of a weapon that doesn't really favor slash innately. I don't know why I'm looking at this. So anyway, let's talk about the Quasis. Yeah, the Quasis has a pretty interesting heavy attack, so I'm going to try and build for it a little bit. But yeah, let's just talk about the Quasis. The Quasis is a Warfan. Warfans are number 6 on the list. They are pretty decent. They've got short range. Thoughts on Octavia Bossman? Oh, he's just calling me Bossman. Okay, shout out Marion. Octavia is my favorite invisibility frame. I think she is by far the best invisibility frame in the game. You should I love building her for double Umbra plus adaptation because her 3 is going to give you like 70% armor if you build it right. So she's like a tank invisibility frame. Like she's kind of like a hybrid. Like she's really strong. And then obviously Octavia has her 1 and her 2, which is probably like one of the best scaling like AoE abilities in the game. Like it has one of the most consistent like damage ramp up even in the Seal Path. Like it works pretty well, and it definitely works like insanely well for just like keeping enemies off you. And obviously she has like a 300% guaranteed damage buff from that shit. Dude, QS Shock. That's a sick username. It makes me think what QS stands for, or like, am I just reading it wrong? But anyway, yeah, you guys are kind of seeing the Warfan gameplay. I think Warfan recently got a new stance, and the new stance is pretty sick. So, yeah, like, what's not to love? Yeah, I do think Octavia is the best of the invisibility frames. I think it probably goes Octavia, Ashe, Loki, and then like Ivara definitely on the bottom, like for sure on the bottom. So there's my quick and dirty invisibility frame tier list. Anyway, dude, QS Shock, that's a sick username. Marion followed, absolute shout out. I haven't played in like a year, but I used to play Zaku. Zaku is also insanely strong. Zaku is just like a void damage. I think the idea is they're supposed to be non-binary because they're like an amalgam, but so it's hard for me to refer to something as they, as you know, because I called Mesa a guy. You had it right. I used to be into quickscoping as a kid, which is a type of sniping, and I'd shock people. Quickscope shock. Oh, that's sick. Quickscope shock. That's kind of like a comic book name. Like that's a little bit comic booky, or it's like a decree. Don't you think that sounds like a decree? Like you get a headshot and it deals like a big shock proc. Anyway, it would probably be a slash proc. That would probably be something that you'd rather get, but that's a sick username. And I'd shock people because I was young and good at it, dude. If I see a cool username, I will shout it out. And like, I feel bad because I should be shouting out every username. But anyway, oh, Raptor Industries. See, as soon as I talk about cool usernames, I get Raptor Industries following. Like that is a cool username. Anyway, I haven't even shown off the Quasis heavy attack, which is just one of the most criminal attacks in the game. Like, you get it. A lot of the Warfans also have this kind of needle ability where they launch all these needles. Quasis is by far the most criminal. Look at the range. Like, obviously I'm using Mirage, so this is very skewed, but you see me just deleting shit. So like the Quasis, the Aurum Spinosa, there's really only 3, I think. There's Quasis, Aurum Spinosa, and I forgot the last one. Is Goss S tier in your opinion? I don't know. I would say that all of the so Goss is a fire rate frame. So Goss is like I'm gonna do a ranking. So I'm debating. I think I'm gonna do primaries and secondaries next week, and then I think the week after that I'm gonna do a Warframe ranking, and then that's when I'm gonna talk about things like Harrow is both a fire rate frame and a shield frame, like a pillage frame at the same time, and also like a crit frame at the same time. So like Harrow has a lot of bonuses, so like ranking him is hard, but like my goal is to kind of do a ranking where I say, like, you know, we have CC frames, and then we have duration-based CC frames, and then we have duration-based CC frames that are also using Arcane Avenger. So like we have all these caveats, and then we have like active CC frames, and then we have like active CC frames that are also tanks. So then, you know, obviously the tank CC hybrids are going to go to the top of the active CC, so it becomes a little complicated, but you know, we're going to talk about it. It's a little complicated, but you're going to notice that a lot of frames are going to double up, and they're going to have 2 different categories that they apply to. And so when you think about it in that way, it's going to be a lot simpler. Number 7 on the list, the biggest gimmick I've ever put in these reviews, the biggest like slander, Sun and Moon, dual Nikanas, the only dual Nikanas. Lunar Yui followed. That's a sick username as well. 2-handed Nikanas. You know, obviously it's like Daisho. It's the big and the little. And then we are gonna swap onto. Oh, we're using Mag again. Okay, yeah. So Sun and Moon, very cool. They do have a cool heavy attack, so we're gonna kind of build for it. But yeah, we got Amalgam Organ Shatter. We're building for slash damage, so what's not to love, folks? Let's get right into it. This is number 7 on the list. Dual Nikanas. Let's do it. All right, folks. I'm excited. Those are dirt. Jermaine doesn't like the dual Nikanas. I think they work pretty well. I like the forward momentum on the forward combo, but obviously at some point the list does become a little skewed. I'm trying to pick weapons. Like the whip is kind of the last one that is both slash and has big range, but like I like this guy. I think it moves quick. That's what I like. I don't know if I have, yeah, I only have 1 attack speed mod, and it moves pretty fucking quick, and you can kind of swap between the forward and the standing pretty quickly, which is also something that I like, because like generally what I found is like the forward combo is going to give you that momentum to kind of like move to the next target, but then the standing combo is the one that's going to give you the damage output. So like being able to like move forward and then move directly into like a standing combo, which has kind of the bigger damage output. I do love the heavy attack. I think it's cool, it's slow, it's weird, but guys, how long have we been waiting for Teshin's weapons? Oh my god. Gohan's stepdad sent me a wide-eyed worsty. I think that's the first sticker I've ever been sent. I don't know, you know, I don't think the value matters. I think it matters more that Gohan sent it. Like, absolute shout out Gohan's stepdad. We are getting right into it. So, dude, folks, we've got more videos like this coming on the way. That's all I can say. More gameplay, less talking, okay? You guys want to stream, you guys want gameplay. So this is what we're going to get. We're going to get a live gameplay. Oh my god, Gohan, what the hell? Gohan, do these things cost money? Squid is in chat. Dude, Wild Wolf. Wild Wolf says, want to see a magic trick. This is kind of blowing my mind right now. Gohan, do those cost money? If someone at 20 MR just joined back into Warframe, what weapon in Warframe would you tell them to grind for right now? At 20 MR, you could probably go for all of the, I would say go for like, Kuvazar. First of all, go for Kuvazar. Go for Tenant Envoy. Because, you're going to do Sisters of Parvos that way. You're going to do Kuva Liches. So, get those two first. Try out the Lich gameplay. Try out the Zar gameplay. And then obviously go for Zephyr Prime. Or if you want one of the new frames, I would say go for literally any of the new frames. The new frames are awesome. I would say that for the most part, I've been able to build them in the craziest ways that I've ever seen. Like, my Citrine build is very similar to my Mag build. My Varuna build is very similar to my Valkyr build. Like, they're all very reminiscent of each other. They're super sick. Why Zephyr Prime? So Zephyr Prime is the best duration-based CC frame in the game. She has built-in crit bonus when she's in the air. If you check out my build on my YouTube page, then you're going to see that I've put in Defy because for me, Zephyr is so strong that the silliest and best choice I can make is to get rid of her 3 and replace it with Defy so that you can put in Arcane Avenger. Anyway, we're getting a lot of stuff. So the Sun and Moon is dual sword but can't use dual sword stances. It's a dual Nikana, yeah, so it's a different stance. But yeah, I do love the dual sword stance. Forgot that I even created it. Oh my god. Wild Wolf saying he has Fenmore. So, dude, I love Fenmore now. I'm a Fenmore stan. You know, because the persistent attrition. Gohan stepdad. I just hit MR22 a couple of weeks ago. I'm slowly getting back into it. Gohan stepdad. Gohan, are these things that you're sending me, are they money or are they just something that you're sending? I've always been confused about that, but if you're sending me money, that's a huge fucking shout out. Yeah, dude, MR22, insanity. You're deep into it. Jermaine. Oh, funny you ask. Oh yeah, Wild Wolf. It is semi-auto, but then the Incarnate is full auto. Jermaine, guess what? I am Legendary 3. I am the maximum mastery humanly possible in Warframe. I'm glad you asked what MR I am. There is no one on Earth with a higher MR. We all have the exact same. If you meet anyone with 73, 962, we are all exactly the same. Gohan stepdad says, I love supporting Warframe creators. Not a lot on TikTok. Yeah, Gohan. We're going to be here Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Gohan, if you play, I would say to all you guys, yes, Jermaine, MR30. To all you guys. Okay, Squidox is saying some shit. Excal Prime and his signature. Dude, I don't know. Oh my god. I mean, Excal Prime is cool, but Excal Prime is impossible at this point. Yes. Shikune, I remember you. I think I said your name wrong, but MR21. Oh, that's insane. Like, once you're hitting 20, you're basically done with the game. Founders have more affinity. Yes, I guess you're right. Squidox. You bastard. I mean, always correct. That's the thing. There was a time when I could tell we're a founder from somebody else. When the... Dude, Gohan stepdad is just pouring stuff on me. Oh, dude. So here's what I say. Guys, if you've already followed me, Muhammad... Wait, I want to get your name right. Muhammad I can say. But is that Humad? I feel like AI isn't like Hay. Is it Humaid or is it like Humaid? Like, is it like a soft A? I feel like it's more of a soft A. What do you get for reaching Legendary 3? You get a Legendary core for every Legendary. Just say Muhammad, yeah. Obviously, yeah. When we're in the chat, it's just Muhammad. But yeah, that's a sick name. Anyway, yeah, you just get a Legendary core. You just get bonus shit. Anyway, Muhammad, yeah. Well, yeah, it's difficult to explain. I feel it. Yeah, I definitely think Mohammed is probably a more normal way of saying it, I would say. Do you have everything mastered then? Yeah. Well, to get to MR Legendary 3 at this point, I don't think you need to have everything mastered. I think you can get by with a lot of intrinsics. Intrinsics are worth a lot. Yeah, the other intrinsics don't show up, but you can see that intrinsics is 135,000 for Railjack, which is literally like a full bar, I think, or close to it. Dude, Gohan is just showering me. I don't know how much this is worth, but anyway, I've been distracted. I've been far too distracted. We need to get into actual gameplay. We're just distracting. Y'all need to stop flexing on me. Yeah, so I got an Auto-Rook ribbon. Oh my god. Nadaruk probably roll for multi-shot crit damage because Nadaruk has, or you could roll for crit chance. So Nadaruk has built-in 100% crit chance, so that's obviously an S tier maneuver. But we're number 8 on the list, whips. This is a good opportunity to talk about Vertilac, which someone was mentioning earlier on. Let's see where Vertilac is. Oh yes, it is the least used. So Vertilac is a very interesting one. I would say whips are really nice to build for slash, but it means that you need a perfect Riven, which has either Toxin Cold or Toxin Attack Speed, but we'll get into it later. This is a perfect Riven, so we are favoring slash. We got 1900 damage, which is pretty criminal, but yeah, it's really awesome. Andrew Patterson. Yes, he says, thank you, I took your advice. Oh, that's awesome to hear. So to everybody in chat, we got 27 people in chat. Oh, I'm not on, I didn't change my Warframe. To anyone watching right now, just know, if you want to play, just let me know in chat, and then we'll get you into some gameplay. And that goes for now, that goes for Sunday if you have the Steel Path unlocked, and that goes for every Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursday, when we do these reviews, we'll get you in. Guaranteed, anyone is guaranteed to get in, and then on Sundays it's Steel Path only. So those are the real gameplay hours. Sundays is real shit. I never form a pistol or even add a potato. Dude, pistols are like 7 forma. All of my crit pistols are like 7 fucking forma. It's so awful, just ruthless. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so that's what I'd say, guys. Drop a follow so you can stop by on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we'll get anybody into gameplay. And if you're not on PC, if you're on PC, my username is in the description. You got the Lex Incarnate? No, dude, I'm an idiot, Jermaine. I took the Bronco Incarnate. How do I get an Orican Reactor, Mohammed? I would say check alerts or check invasions and then check alerts, because sometimes you'll get Gift of the Lotus, but they don't show up. Very, very rarely you will find them show up on invasion. So, be playing the game, be doing the dailies. I would say you're probably going to get them after a dev stream. So, be watching the dev streams. Yeah, dude, Bronco Incarnate is really, really savage. It's so crazy. It's basically like the Close Contagion Decree, but like as a weapon, which is so sick. What should I roll your Skana for? Skana has 100% crit chance, I think, with Sacrificial Steel, so it's worthwhile to just not build for crit chance if you don't need it. But if you get like crit chance plus something else, pretty savage. Anyway, let's talk about what the Vertilac is known for, which is this huge fucking like Nadaruk style ability. And then obviously I have the Coiling Viper Stanch, which cost me an extra Forma, so this is a pretty Forma heavy build. But yeah, the Vertilac, pretty insane. And you get this incredible mobility when you're using Coiling Viper, because you have this forward blocking combo, which is just going to kind of send you flying. And you're going to notice that the slide attack for the whips is actually faster than probably you would expect for a lot of weapons, so that makes it even better. So, like, seriously, what's not to love about the Vertilac? I mean, it is the funkiest one. You probably need a Riven if you want to build it the way I'm building it, which is like actually having slash damage being favored. But yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, I missed a bunch of shit. How do I get an Orican? Got that. I got the Lex Incarnate. The crit for it is insane. That is what I would assume. So what is the projectile for the Lex Incarnate? Is it just like a big, wide, girthy fucking unit of a projectile that just has a billion crit? Where do you get the Vertilac? I think this is from Narmer Bounties. So after you complete the new war, you get access to all the new Archon melee weapons, and most of them are cool. I do love the Vertilac and the fire one more than anything, but we got a bunch of shit in chat. I think the best incarnate are the Latron, Strun, Lex, Torrid. Yes. Strun and Latron for me are topping the list by far. Like, just having insane AoE, and then like especially for the Latron, like it's one of the funkiest. Like it like bounces everywhere. It's so sick. But yeah, Torrid is sick. It turns it into a chain beam weapon, and it charges up the Incarnate almost instantly. It's almost a guaranteed charge up, so you're basically in and out of in the Incarnate like so fast. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yeah. Jermaine nailed it. That actually helps out a lot. I was using stabs and swords, so this is dope. Yeah. So hacks no more. Yeah, go to my YouTube page. Go to the stream, and you can go to the earlier section. Also, I could throw it up, but yeah, like if you scrub, I don't know if you can scrub on TikTok, but if you go back on YouTube, then you can see like the first weapons, like two-handed Nikana is number 1, Polearm is number 2, Heavy Blade is number 3, Nikana is number 4, and Heavy Scythe is number 5 with an asterisk. But then like I really think that like Whip is a really great choice. I think Whip should actually be at number 5, but you know, for now we're gonna keep it where it's at. But yeah, that's the Vertilac. That was the Whip. That's pretty much it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Lex Prime Incarnate is wide, infinite punch through. Yeah. That's what I would expect. And it's not a bow, so you can actually like spam it insanely fast. Okay, that was number 8, Whip. We're at 808. Speaking of number 8, number 9, Swords. Okay, Swords. Croaker. Lowest on the list. So swords are very interesting. What you're going to find is that there's going to be a lot of swords that are essentially identical to the Croaker. All right? You slot in Sacrificial Steel and you're hitting about 90% crit chance. I do need some water. I'm dying, yeah. So yeah, swords are going to get 90% crit chance. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. I always say swords. It is sword, but I think swords is just easier for me to say. But yeah, they're all pretty much favoring slash, which is a lovely bit. And then Swooping Falcon is for me the best choice. Yo is in chat. The best one-handed sword. That's an interesting choice. I would say a lot of the one-handed swords are essentially the same, like I said before. So what you're looking for is a sword that has close to 30% crit chance. Dude, Yo is going to start blowing it up with likes. So the closer a sword is to 30, or if it's above 30, then that's going to make it better. And that's pretty much it. And the higher slash damage it has. So you can see that the Croaker actually has like, you know, it's still heavily favoring slash, so that's about it. Yeah. Staves. Staves I put pretty low. Staves are not even showing up for me. Staves are like maybe in the closer to 20. There's only one slash heavy staff, and that's the Tepedo. I do think that the Zaw staff has pretty decent slash, but yeah, like most of the staffs that I use are like way at the bottom. Staves, I think, is the right way to say it. But yeah, let's go in with Croaker. Let's go in with Hildren again, and let's see what Wildwolf is saying. Join if you want. Wildwolf, are we going to get you into gameplay? Or are you going to crash out? Should we try Wildwolf one more time? Oh. Okay, Wildwolf. Let's see how fast you are. Oh, we had Jermaine follow. Absolute shout out. No, I'm getting you in. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you. All right, Wild Wolf. Well, anyway, let's go in. I guess we're going solo. I think that's what Wild Wolf is saying. I'm pretty sure that's what you're saying, dude. Oh my god, 14 views on the YouTube. Absolutely insane. Anyway, let's get right into it. We're talking about swords. Number 9 on the list, and number 10 is going to be dual swords. So, dual swords is going to be very similar. There's about 1 billion dual swords. There's so many fucking dual swords. I never want to see another dual sword ever again. There's just way too many. Oh, Wild Wolf invited me. Okay, well we'll see if we can join on Wild Wolf. But we'll get him in on the next one. Let's see if this works. Yeah, we'll see if Wild Wolf as a host is a good choice. But I wonder what kind of ping I would get. But yeah, here's what we talk about with swords. Swooping Falcon is my definite choice. Here, I'm sorry, Wild Wolf. Okay, goodbye, Wild Wolf. We'll get you in for the next one. What am I trying to say? So yeah, this guy is obviously a slash heavy sword, but here's the thing. They do have pretty short range, which is going to be something that we're going to start talking about with all these other weapons, but I guess what you'll notice is that I do like the actual normal attack more than the heavy attack on a lot of these other weapons. On the OG Cronin Prime, did they nerf the Cronin Prime? I still think the Cronin Prime is one of the strongest weapons. Yeah, Tonfa is 11 on the list, so it didn't crack the top 10. But yeah, Cronin Prime and Praetos are definitely the huge reasons that that Tonfas are so high on the list. Like, and I'm pretty sure it's just, yeah, it's Cronin, Praetos, Telos Boltes, and Oma. Those are the 4 that I have. What's the light goal? Well, it's 8:13, so we're going to be ending soon. We might do the top 15. I have 14 on this list right now, but I could make that 15 pretty easily. But yeah, we could do 15. So yeah, maybe we could hit 10k. I could say we could hit 8k. Oma Volt main. Yes. Okay, that's sick. I love that build. But anyway, have I mentioned that I love Swooping Falcon because the standing combo, I think, has like a slash favor. Like, one of the attacks is going to give you bonus slash damage, so it means you're going to proc slash more often. Excuse me. Yeah, dude. I mean, yo. If you can get that shit to like 6,000, 5,000 or 6,000, that would be insanity. But absolute shout out. I mean, to see yo in chat just warms my day. I mean, you guys are really blowing it up, and I think it's really because I'm actually fucking playing Warframe. Like, who'd have thunk that not spending 40 minutes on a tier list is actually going to give you, like, some better viewership. So, like, I think now that I've gotten most of the builds out of the way, so, like, for a lot of these other videos, like, I'm going to do a video talking about how to build melee weapons. What stats are considered god roll? So here's what I would say. I think for a lot of people, you're going to get a Riven for a weapon that already has great stats. So, like, it probably already has good crit chance. Like, for a lot of, like, a god roll doesn't, like, for a lot of weapons, you need, like, a specific roll. Like, you need a perfect unicorn roll, like Toxin or attack speed. But if you're talking about melee weapons, like, a lot of them, it's just, like, crit damage, melee damage. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, maybe you get slash in there, but it's not really necessary. Sometimes you get crit chance. Here's what I would say. Dude, shout out user, bunch of numbers. Shout out user. I mean, you're doing great. Yeah, this gameplay is satisfying. I do love this game. Here's what I would say. I have the Broken War. I have a Riven for the Broken War. And that Riven gets me to 200% crit chance. So if you can get a Riven that does something special for you, or like gives you some bonus, like hitting 200% crit chance, like if you can't hit 200, there's no fucking reason to put on crit chance. You can get close. Like if you're at if your Riven rolls are really low, then like maybe you get a better roll. But anyway, let's talk about number 10 on the list. Number 10 on the list is dual swords. Okay, and the perfect choice, Nami Skilla Prime. So you're going to notice that Nami Skilla Prime also has 82% crit chance. Oh, but in this case, I do have I have both sacrificial mods. So that means that at base, this guy only has 22% crit chance. So pretty low. We are using Carving Mantis because Carving Mantis has the built-in slash proc on the standing attack. So an absolute classic. Something to always keep in mind. Yeah, and guess what, Wild Wolf? We're going in faster than you can imagine. So I'm sorry, we're missing you again. But this is number 10 on the list. This is dual swords, and it's only 8:15. Yeah. Like, and I think definitely, yeah. So the user said it right. Broken War is already insane. Yeah. So like hitting Broken War, I think is a candidate for doing both sacrificial mods and like putting in an actual what am I trying to say? Putting in an Umbra format, because getting like maxing out the crit chance on a weapon that probably has over 30% crit chance at base. That's my guess. Like, you guys look it up, fact check me right now. I bet it has over 30% crit chance, and if I'm right, like, go on the wiki. The wiki is usually accurate. So yeah, go on the wiki. If it's over 30%, then you guys owe me a follow. Anybody who's watching who wants to correct me, you guys owe me a follow. So I think I'm right. I could Google it in a second. You know, I could Google it when this mission's over, but I'm pretty sure Broken War has over 30% crit chance. Like, because you look at that ribbon, it's like, how are you getting to how are you getting to 200 otherwise? And so like then the weapon also becomes a candidate for like a stat stick. Like if you're talking about Korra, it's like, yeah, I mean, stat sticks I don't really like regardless. I don't really use them because it forces you to use only a single weapon and to never be able to swap. But, you know, also I only use glaives, so there is that. But, you know, it is a pretty sick build nonetheless. I think it's not really much you need to worry about. Yeah, I mean, pretty much what you're talking about for dual swords is the same thing you're talking about with a lot of weapons. You get the forward momentum from the slide attacks. You get the forward momentum from the moving attack, but you can see the forward momentum is pretty garbage. So you're reliant on the slide attack to kind of move you forward into a group. And then what you're doing is transitioning into the standing combo, where you're going to get that lifted proc, and you're also going to get the slash proc. So it's kind of like a dual effect ability, so you really want to keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, dual swords are fast. You're going to be getting insane amounts of procs, just all different types, good, bad, yes, no, hot, cold, mostly slash procs, which is what you're looking for. But yeah, what's not to love? They're fast, and there's about 1 billion of them. And even if you have a dual swords that is not crit based, which I would say, here, 35% for Broken War. Oh my god, your mom. Thank you. Well, you already followed your mom, but hey, anybody in chat, I want to see some follows right now. What did I tell you guys? 35. That means that if you use double sacrificial, you can maybe hit like 150% crit chance just with both of those. I don't know if that's how the build would shake out, but dude, user, gonna get back into Warframe. Oh my god, that warms my heart. That makes me feel good. That's a mega feel good moment. Like, I've definitely been having like a bad couple months, like I lost my job and shit, but to be streaming on TikTok and to see you guys like blow it up and just drop all the support, and you know, to see Gohan's stepdad just dropping all the support, like, it's just so nice to see. What work did I do? Well, it's kind of complicated. I was like a project manager and like a media person for this cybersecurity company, but they were a startup, and so they ran out of money, and so then they fired a bunch of people, and so I got fired. But you know, I'm still working on trying to get unemployment, which is the main thing. Like, I don't have unemployment, so I literally have zero income, so it actually sucks ass. So, you know, like, I'm thinking about doing DoorDash or something, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, dude, Genji, yes. You've hit true red crits. Dude, insanity. Just too brainless. I mean, what's not to love, though? Anyway, we are at number 10. So number 11. 820. Yeah, we might get to 15. We'll see how many we do. Yeah, here's the thing, folks. If we get anybody in chat that wants to do something with us, then that's all we need. But yeah, number 11 on the list, Tonfas. Let's see. Where's the Tonfa? There's Cronin. Okay, so we do get to talk about Cronin. I love the Tonfa skins. They're all really sick. They're all so cool. But yeah, Cronin. So Sovereign Outcast is the stance you're going to choose. It obviously has the built-in slash proc on the crit. 131. Okay. Dude, shout out Squidox in chat. 131. That's the final number. That's insanity. But yeah, I mean, Cronin has kind of low crit chance, but I don't really need this slash mod. But I have a dash polarity in here, so I'm kind of forced to use it. But you don't need the slash mod. You can put anything in there. Oh, and you can swap Nyx as well. It's 821, so we can probably get 2 or 3 more and then call it good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, Banshee. Okay, cool. All right, let's go back in. It's gonna be too brainless. Yeah, I love Tonfas. Obviously, Tonfas have the heavy attack that also has the built-in slash proc, so that's gonna be really nice as well. But yeah, dude, shout out the Gohan stepdad as well. I'm just gonna keep saying it. But yeah, I love these weapons. I love the spinniness. It's really nice. Super crazy. Yeah, like Broken War has some insane stats. It's probably the best sword, I would say. Has the highest crit chance, which is the biggest kind of point of contention that you're looking for. So yeah, you're looking at Cronin right now. This is with Carnus Mandible, so I'm heavily favoring slash. So you can see I'm just kind of slashing them up, deleting them pretty instantly. You know, the slide attack is going to come in clutch. We had Donald Dillard follow. That's a sick username. I love the alliteration. That's not a username. Once again, that's a human person name. But I guess in this case, it's also a username. So, how great is that? Anyway, folks. Cronin, what are we talking about? I love the forward combo. You get a little spinny. Love the standing combo. You kind of throw the Tonfa out. It's really sick. It's super flashy. And you get the bonus slash damage. So it's really something that you can eat up, something that you can love. Something that I'm just a huge fan of. Not really anything bad about it. So yeah, when you're talking about a lot of these weapons, what you're talking about is using the right stance. Like if your Tonfa doesn't have Sovereign Outcast, that's a forma that you're missing, okay? If your Dual Swords doesn't have like Swirling Tiger or Carving Mantis, like that, well, I don't think that's a forma in that case. I don't think it matters in that case. I'm trying to think of another. Oh, okay. If your sword doesn't have Swooping Falcon, that's a forma you need to invest. Okay, if it has the stance for the other one, the one that's easy to get, then yeah, that sucks. You got to put a forma in, and you got to get the good stance. I would say that having a good melee weapon can carry you through a lot of gameplay. You're seeing the Cronin Prime has some criminal stats. It's really just deleting. Vengeful Revenant is good. Vengeful Revenant, which one is that? That's the other polarity. So there's one of the polarities is V, and V has Swooping Falcon, Crimson Dervis, and I think Vengeful Revenant, which is the one you're talking about. The one that you get from Sentience. But then there's another stance where it's like the backwards E, where it's kind of curved like this. And that stance is the garbage stance, where the normal attack is like a puncture proc instead of a slash proc. So that one kind of sucks. But yeah, that's Tonfas for you. I guess I didn't really show off the heavy attack, but I didn't really build for it. Honestly, I think the normal attack is way better. But yeah, like if you're talking about like the Praetos or something, then yeah, you can build for heavy attack and it's pretty sick. But I do think the heavy attack for this guy is pretty slow. But it is savage. You can see you get that guaranteed slash proc. So, you know, if I have the mod points, I should be using Amalgam Barrel Diffusion. I know about Baruch Vacuum Kick. Yeah.
The sanctuary will go on without
Baruch Vacuum Kick is really good too. I don't know in what context Wild Wolf is bringing that up, but yeah, absolute shout out. Oh, you know about Baruch Vacuum Kick? Wait, is there a secret to it, like a slash proc or something? How effective? Yeah. Well, I would say Vacuum Kick is pretty good. Well, it's just Baruch. Desert Wind is really effective, regardless, like no matter what ability you're using. Oh yeah, Siam is insanely criminal. Yeah. Siam is fucking way too good. Nami-Skill Prime, an insane weapon. Yes, of course. Hard agree with that. Oh, I definitely don't have the mod points for Amalgam Barrel Diffusion, which sucks. But anyway, that is Tonfas number 11. Number 12, Daggers. So Daggers is the first example of a weapon that I would consider to be a pure heavy attack weapon, where you're only building for heavy attack, and the normal attack actually kind of sucks ass. And the reason that it sucks ass is because this weapon is all puncture, and I'm pretty sure that I don't think either Pointed Wind or Stinging Thorn has any kind of guaranteed slash proc. So, but that's okay because the heavy attack is super criminal. And you can put Prime Reach on it and get some decent range. Enodem, yes. And Germain, Enodem, insanely cringe. We are just picking the least used. We could pick Karst as well. Karst is very interesting. Karst is a funky choice. Karst is the only example of a weapon that I can actually build to use the normal attack. So it's a perfect weapon to show off. So let's do it, folks. Let's obviously swap our Warframe. Let's see what Germain is saying. No, that's all he says. Okay. And we're using Mesa for a melee weapon again. Yeah, here's what I would say. Baruch Vacuum Kick has saved me in a lot of Steel Path situations. Oh, we had a negative viewer for a second, and then it went back. It's kind of weird, but anyway, I have faith. Let's do it, folks. Yes, so Karst is the only example of a weapon where I can actually show off the normal attack. But yes, in most cases, even in the Enodem's case, actually I do think the Enodem is another example of a weapon that I can also use the normal attack on because I've built it for slash. But yeah, you're going to notice that pretty much the heavy attack on this guy is just too criminal, so just use it, don't worry about it. It's going to delete everything. I love it for disruptions, it's super fun. You get that giant slash proc, and you can build up a bunch of slash procs all at once. Builds up super fast. Daggers are kind of low on my list, but yeah, that's because like, you know, it's mostly like most of the daggers in the game are pure heavy attack weapons. Like there's a lot of shitty daggers. There's a lot of shitty daggers, and like you could say that about a lot of weapon classes. But like yeah, I think being a pure heavy attack weapon, and then like you know you have weapons like the Rumblejack and like the Heat Dagger and all this shit. Like a lot of them are kind of lackluster, and then you have weapons like the Karst and other weapons. I think daggers are really like they are the best of the solo heavy attacks. But like yeah, like the Nikana is also a really good heavy attack, but it also is really good just in terms of normal attacks as well. Like it's kind of all arounders, really good, and the Siam exists. But yeah, I do think ceramic dagger Incarnin. Here's the thing: we're gonna do a whole Incarnin video for melees as well. And I have 0 Incarnin melee, so that's going to be very interesting. But yeah, I mean, you're seeing the dagger gameplay. Like, you're just kind of spamming. But here's the thing. In most cases, I do prefer the normal attack over the heavy attack. Because most of the time what I find myself doing is, like, needing to use my melee weapon to heal my cat. And so what I want to be able to do is, like, switch to my secondary, shoot a bunch, and then do a normal attack just to heal my cat, and then swap back to the gun. And so having that gun kata gameplay works a lot better when you're not using heavy attack. And so like when you're talking about a weapon like daggers, where like a lot of the weapons only exist as a pure heavy attack weapon, you know, you melee and then you heavy attack. Like there's a double button press versus just a single button press. And so like, you know, like dual swords, normal swords, dual Nikanas. Like for the most part, what I'm really judging is the normal attack, the actual combos. Because the heavy attack, you know, that's really unique. But you know, when we talk about like rapiers and all that stuff, that's going to be lower on the list because rapiers are even more interesting and even less usable for me, which you know kind of sucks. But I think you guys know what I'm feeling. I do think Jermaine has a point. I think some people would say that daggers would be higher on the list, and you know, in a lot of cases I would tend to agree with them because I think the argument is that the dagger as like a heavy attack weapon is like insanely strong, and so like in certain situations the dagger will trump all and will just do insane DPS. Yeah, your mom. If you go to my profile on TikTok and then click the little YouTube icon next to the follow button, it'll take you to my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe there, and you can go watch on YouTube and check out some of my older streams. Because for the most part, all of these streams have been Warframe. So like, if you go to the Stream VODs folder, you'll just see like, you know, I've covered a whole bunch of Warframe stuff at this point, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so that was daggers, number 12 on the list. Okay, number 13. Machetes, a very interesting choice. Machetes are a very, very interesting choice. We do have Gutter Snipe. I feel like I should review Gutter Snipe. Did you already do heavy blades or hammers? Yeah, so I did heavy blades. Heavy blades was number 3 on the list for me. And for me, hammers is way at the bottom. Hammers is number 21 on the list. And I think that's because there's only one slash-friendly hammer. I know that they're really strong and they deal a lot of damage, but yeah, like it's pretty much just the Volnoose and then also kind of the this guy, the Wolf Sledge. But anyway, we are talking about machetes. We are talking about number 13 on the list, machetes. Yeah, I think Jermaine is shook up by my takes, but my takes are my takes, Jermaine. I'm curious to think, Jermaine, what do you think about hammers? Are you more surprised about hammers or heavy blades? Because I do think heavy blades, there's a fuck ton of them, and they're all really cool and stylish. Like, I love Tempo Royale. I think it's an awesome stance. But yeah, I mean, what's not to love? I'm curious to see what Jermaine thinks. Jermaine has some interesting opinions. Anyway, so basically, machetes are very fun. I use Cyclone Kraken. I don't think they have one that has built-in slash procs, but what I'm going to try and generally do is favor slash damage. So, you know, the Gutter Snipe, which is a Zaw, has pretty low status chance. But honestly, what I'm favoring is the moving combo. You're going to get more slash procs, but, you know, if you get one good slash proc on the standing combo, it's a lot of damage, so it's going to come in clutch. But really, machetes are a very interesting choice because they also have this heavy attack that's kind of like a circular attack, so it hits in a nice big area. And you can see it applies a lot of slash procs. I don't think it's guaranteed slash procs. I think it just favors them by a little bit. But I think the second attack might do guaranteed slash procs. But yeah, I do love... There's a lot of machetes. There's way too many machetes. Yeah. Dude, Jermaine, I'm curious, where would you put hammers on the list? Would you, like... yeah, like, I don't know how you would rank the list, but higher on the list? Dude, VR Gamer, absolute shout out. Welcome to chat. I'm curious to see what you think, Jermaine. Because for me, I've always found that hammers have been a little lackluster for me. Like, you know, we're talking about, you know, the, what is it? Crushing Ruin has a cool forward blocking combo, but beyond that, like, I never really found a lot of use out of them. I did like the Wolf Sledge. I thought the Wolf Sledge was very cool. You know, it is like a glaive, so that's pretty awesome. But, you know, there's other stuff to handle. There's a lot of stuff I do love. What are some good weapons for MR14 in general? So I would say the best choice... Oh, MR14, you might have access to some prime weapons. That would be pretty insane. I don't know when you get access to Kuva weapons, but that would be... You're pretty close to Kuva weapons, so I would say that's a pretty good choice. But yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, once you're at 14, you kind of... The world's your oyster. Like, most of the prime weapons are unlocked. What's a good... Astilla Prime is probably a good choice. I would say Excellitra is still a good choice. You could get Amprex or Ignis Wraith or Lens, or, you know, there's a lot of choices. Those would probably be my top choices for a lot of gameplay. Oh, you could get Stalta. Stalta is probably a good choice as well. Shout out the VR Gamer. But yeah, I mean, yeah, what do I say about machetes right at the end? I think there's a lot of status machetes, so there's a lot of shitty machetes that are basically the same and are kind of lackluster, so that's a little lame, but here's what I say. I think it works pretty well. I think it's fun. I think they're stylish. They move fast. The forward combo has good momentum. You're kind of going to be shredding enemies pretty easily, so get some slash damage on it, and you're going to be rocking. You're going to be rocking and rolling. And who doesn't love a status weapon, honestly? Over machete, yeah, I'd say I think that's probably a good choice. But here's the thing, like, I don't know, like, where is a hammer most useful? Where is something that doesn't deal slash damage most useful? Because that's always been my biggest hang up, Jermaine, is like, I just run into way too many problems, like trying to use melee weapons that don't deal slash damage, like that don't at least get 1 or 2 slash procs at some point in their attack, and preferably some point in their normal attack. Like, for most of these weapons, that's what you're going to notice. Like, that's why fists are so low, all this shit. What's the whole point of ESO if it doesn't give any standing? I think I'm maxed on standing. I think I've maxed it out, so I'm not getting any more. Okay, number 14 on the list, Rapiers. Yeah, like, I have Rapiers and dual daggers below machetes, which is really just showing off that I love Cyclone Kraken. I just love that stance. Like, I think there might be one other choice that you could do. Yeah, Sundering Weave. And, like, here's what I do usually. I just go here. I go Warframe, Cyclone Kraken. And then I do Warframe, Sundering Weave. And I don't think either of these guys have built-in slash procs. At least from what I can tell. Let's see. Yeah, no slash proc. Oh, forward block does have a slash proc. Oh, that's actually pretty good. That would come in clutch in a lot of situations, I think. So here we go. Let's look at this guy then. Let's see Cyclone Kraken. So that would be a reason to use Sundering Weave over Cyclone Kraken, honestly. Let's see. Oh, forward block. So this also has slash. So there you go. So then actually, folks, guess what? Sundering Weave is better than Cyclone Kraken. Because Sundering Weave, the first attack is going to be a spin attack. Anyway, we're getting distracted. I'm not going to swap all of them. Number 14 is Rapiers. Oh, we are using Azal. So Rapiers are very interesting. They are a pure heavy attack. Why bleed something when you can instant kill with finishers? Oh, I guess that's a good point. Like, hammers have the knockdown, don't they? Yeah, dude. I guess that's a great build. Honestly, S tier build, but I don't know. I guess that's just not my style, all things considered. Anyway, yeah, this is a pure heavy attack build. Let's get right into it. We need to stop getting distracted. We are swapping to Chroma again, and let's go. We are at 837, but yes. So yeah, that's basically how I do it. I just Google, and I'm looking for slash procs. That's it. I'm looking for bonuses. And so if I get a slash proc on the first hit of the Sundering Weave combo, the forward blocking, then that's going to be the best combo. Matt, I need a clan so bad. So York, go in the recruiting chat and say, here's my MR. I'm looking for a clan. VR Gamer says, I have school tomorrow. I got to go. And he also says, you the GOAT. So, dude, absolute shout out, VR the Gamer. You the GOAT. It's good to have you in chat. Once again, Rapier is a pure heavy attack weapon. So that already slows it down. And it has kind of a weird range. It's a little hard to land sometimes, but it deals a fuck ton of damage. Just an absolute shitload of damage. And I do have a Arcane Avenger, so we're getting some pretty ludicrous numbers out of this. So just keep that in mind, folks. You're not going to be getting guaranteed red crits. I can guarantee that to you guys. Holy shit. That is the coolest username I've ever seen, maybe. God of Victory, Nickelodeon. Can I see a Cronin Prime build after the mission? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would say my Cronin Prime build is actually favoring the normal combo and not the heavy attack. But here's the thing, user. That would be the type of weapon you need a grouping ability on. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, Jermaine. S tier take. That is like how you know a Warframe vet right there, is that you can instantly say that, like, oh yeah, this heavy attack weapon definitely needs some kind of grouping ability to really use it effectively. But yeah, Rapiers just deal fucking criminal amounts of damage. And the slash proc is just absurd. God of Victory, Nickelodeon. That sounds like a video game. My favorite new trope in video games is like title, colon, title. Or like title, colon, longer subtitle. Like Wo Long, Fallen Dynasty. Or like Bleak Faith, Forspoken. I don't know if that's what it is. Or Forsaken. I don't know. Anyway, you get the point. I'm getting distracted, folks. But what else is there to show off? It's a Rapier. It's a heavy attack only weapon. There's nothing to show off. You're literally doing nothing. You're just going in with real gameplay hours. But we are hitting guaranteed red crits, which is just... Oh, no, that's an orange crit. So it looks like we're about 280, maybe 270 on the crit after all things. After everything has settled, we're not at the max. But yeah, you're seeing I'm having to like run up to these enemies and hit them in the face with this heavy attack. So, you know, definitely needs a grouping ability. What frame is that? This is Chroma. Chroma is like a fire. For me, he's a fire dragon because I like his 2 to give me health. That's kind of my go-to choice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Chroma is kind of like a buff frame, but he's also a tank, so he really comes in clutch. He deals a lot of damage. He's very effective. But yeah, you're seeing me miss with the Rapier heavy attack over and over again. Insanely cringe. Super embarrassing. But yeah, super fun as well. Yeah, just sit back and relax. We got some serious gameplay for you. Alright, folks. I mean, what else we got? We are at number 14. So the last one on the list is Dual Daggers. What is the Sum on Chroma? Oh, it's Empower. Jermaine, I thought that would be obvious. Empower to buff your 3. Like, on Chroma, that's an easy choice for me. That was a brainless decision. Chroma is very similar to Rhino in that case. Wait, how many likes do we have? I can't even see the number. 7,000 likes. Oh my god, dude. 7,400. I wasn't even saying anything, but goddamn, shout out TikTok. I don't play Chroma. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm a bad example because I play every frame. But anyway, Dual Dagger is the last one on the list. Final one. Let's see. Where's the dual daggers? Where are you? Once again, there's only 2. Oh, so this is a great chance for me to talk about Neferi, which is by far the best dual dagger, as there is only 2. But yeah, let's look at this. I actually think Neferi isn't... Yeah, it's not a pure heavy attack build. So the other example is the Piranha Prime. I think it's called... No, what is it? Fang Prime. The Fang Prime. But Neferi is actually a normal weapon. It actually kind of favors slash damage, just by a little bit. And that's with a Mars Contempt. Once again, shout out me with the mod named after me. But anyway, we're getting distracted. Let's go. Mag Prime. Okay, we're almost done here. 8:42. Then we can call it quits, folks. This is a great stream. Shout out TikTok as always. Shout out YouTube, actually. We had great viewership on YouTube. I think is that Squidox and QS Shock. That's super nice. But anyway, folks.
Your duty in this experiment is to dispatch as many specimens as efficiently as possible. When the time comes, I will open the next data conduit.
Last run of the day, folks. Neferi. Neferi is very awesome to talk about because he has a standing combo that's really sick. Let's just test it out. Standing combo. You get a little fire damage. Very cool. But what it means is that I'm basically only using the forward combo, which is really mobile, and that's one of the reasons that I love this combo. It is low on the list, but that's only because there's 2 dual daggers, and so it's hard to kind of judge this list properly. But yeah, I do love the heavy attack. And the Amar mod is going to teleport you to enemies, which is kind of hard, but you can make it work. You can figure it out. And this has a guaranteed slash proc. Yes. Hang on, let me get this right. Lionel Contreras. God damn, that's a cool name. Dude, shout out Lionel. Dude, you gotta throw me a subscribe, my homie. Absolute shout out. Wait, well, yeah, you're your mom. Yeah, I remember your mom. I mean, shout out TikTok as always. But yeah, we're getting into it, folks. So you're seeing the gameplay. I have a good ribbon for those crit chance, crit damage, melee damage, but negative range. Oh fuck, that is a terrible negative. That is probably like the worst negative you can get on a dual dagger. It's just so fucking short. So anyway, let's get right into it, folks. But yeah, honestly, I love the forward combo more than I love the heavy attack. So if I get the chance to use the forward combo, I'm gonna use it. You're just like a spinny devil, like you're just spinning around like crazy. Super satisfying. You can call me Leo. I will call you Lionel. But Lionel is sick. That's European as fuck, dude. I love European names. There's like a difference between like American names and like European names, and I can just tell instantly. It's just too sick, you guys. And you're obviously with the dual daggers, you're getting like a million. Oh, this guy's gonna mount me, you fucking asshole. I was gonna say asshole bastard, but it just sounded too weird. Oh, dude. Nilo, how's your finger? Oh, because I'm spamming so fast? Oh, dude, you're telling me. I'm just moving at light speed right now. But this is melee gameplay in general. It's just always like this. You should do a list on best exalted weapons. Oh, that is a good list. That is a really good list. Jermaine, well, here's the thing. I was planning on doing like a whole best CC. You're actually Hispanic. Guess what, Lionel? Are you Hispanic like from Latin America, or like are you Hispanic like Spain? Because either way, it's still probably a Spanish name. It's still probably a European name in the end. It's super European, but no, I'm sure you're from Latin America. I would guess. Like the ratio of population between Latin America and Spain is just so absurd that like yeah, probably Latin American. But yeah, that is, dude, that's more of a Spanish name than it is a Aztec name. So there you go. I'll tell you that right now, Lionel. But I mean, guys, okay. Jermaine says you should do a list of best exalted weapons, and Jermaine, we're gonna do a list of best CC frames, exalted frames, tank frames, all this shit. We're gonna do a list of all that. I got some great ideas. I'm gonna write that in actually right now on my keep list. But guess what, folks? That's all I got for you. So obviously, if you're here on TikTok, right at the end, absolute shout out. Go over to my YouTube, go subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can catch me live On Sunday, we're doing Steel Path circuits. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, we're doing more videos like this. I can give you the list right now. It goes Peacemakers, Excals, Exalted Blade, and Garuda's Talons. Nilo, you missed the best one, which is Desert Wind. So that's why I got to do it. Fuck. Yes. If you're on TikTok, go to my YouTube. Go subscribe. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe if you're watching the video. Absolute shout out. L. Yeah. Jermaine. I don't know who you're saying L to, but I agree. If you're saying L to me also, I agree with it. Anyway, folks, that's all I got for you. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Friday's video is Tower Climb, and then Monday's video is Sigma Impact, and then we're on the last week of 2D games. Everyone has their opinions, Jermaine. Shout out Nilo, shout out Jermaine. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're on TikTok, I'll say it once again, go subscribe on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you can catch me live. Valkyr, no Valkyr, L. Yes, dude, Valkyr is also the strongest. Would you call Shadow also an Exalted? I would say yes. So Shadow is also on the list. Anyway, folks, we're getting distracted. That's all I got for you. We are out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the viewership. We had some insane viewership right now. So peace out, homies. Peace out, YouTube. Take care.